Hopefully we won't flub up.
All right. Well, welcome back to our show, guys. Thank you for tuning in.
Yes.
We have some interesting topics tonight.
We do. And tonight's going to be a little different. I think we're going to do like a little relationship, dating advice. And we're going to try to see, the dynamics as far as like a woman and a man,
yes.
And talk about just some of the topics that we're finding on the internet. So, eventually we would like, people to call in. But since we don't have, an audience right now, we're starting out, we're trying to get our water, our feet in the water and trying to get where we want to go with this. We're just going to go right out to Reddit and just find some of your questions. And we're laughing because there's some crazy questions out there.
Oh my gosh, there are.
Reddit is fun. Reddit is some fun times. But, there's some deep questions that we saw, we picked up, and we would like to talk about that.
Yeah.
So,
right,
let's jump right in. Let's do it. I'm ready. I'm nervous though, but I'm ready. Let's see what we got.
All right, so our first one here. I'm a 24-year-old female at a point in my relationship with my fiance, 24-year-old male, when I'm starting to doubt us.
Ooh, that's a good question. All right.
This is a big one.
This is.
They're both 24 years old, so they're both young. They're both fairly young.
Yeah, okay, I agree with that.
Kind of getting on their own feet.
Right.
They've been dating for a while, for a few years at this point. And,
well, here's my thing. And this is what I'm going to put out there. Why are they getting married? Why are they talking about getting married at the age of 24? Like, that's still young. Did they finish college? Are they in college? And those are the kind of things I'm putting out there. Like, worry about establishing yourself before you start trying to get tied down. And if you got doubts, if you got red flags, you got to listen to your body. That's your natural instinct.
You have to listen to that inner voice that tells you, like, hey, something's up. Something's not right.
Right.
This isn't the direction where I want to go.
Right.
And just because, we feel like it's the right thing to do, it's like, oh, we've been dating for a few whiles, for a few years.
Right. And I think that's what
listen to that inner voice.
Yeah, a lot of people do that. A lot of people, it's called, I forgot what it's called, but it's when you invest, you feel like you want an outcome.
Yes.
So I don't know how long they've been dating, but let's say, if they were like 2 years, 3 years in, they feel like, oh, I already invested this time. I don't want this time to be wasted.
Right. It's like, what's the next step?
Right. And a lot of people, they say that when you're breaking up with somebody, let's say if you're together with 5 years, you were breaking up for 2.5 years.
Yes, they do.
So why do you want to waste your time? Time is the most important, asset you have on this planet. Mm-hmm. It's something that you're losing. You can never get your time back. So why keep wasting it? So if you start seeing these red flags, no matter who you are in a relationship, I think you need to figure out your exit strategy and realize that maybe this is not the person you need to be with.
I definitely agree. I definitely understand also when you're in a relationship, long-term relationship, and you see yourself with this person sharing life, making memories. The goal is to have a life partner. We all want it. We all want somebody who's just going to be there and create those memories with us and, grow old with someone.
I hear that, and I totally get that. And I think, that's something that we're told, at a very young age. It's like, oh, you need to find somebody to grow old with. And I think that we focus as a society on finding somebody else and loving somebody else instead of loving ourselves.
Yes.
And I think you got to realize that sometimes it's okay to be alone. Mm-hmm. And it's okay to.
It's so hard to be alone.
Is it? Is it though? I love being alone. I really do because I've embraced it. I'm a lone wolf.
Back-to-back long-term relationships. I love it.
Yeah, but you never got to love yourself. You never got to date yourself. Have you ever been out where you actually took yourself on a date, like actually went, to a dinner by yourself, actually went to a movie and out clubbing by yourself?
I have no.
And actually enjoy who you are? Because I feel a lot of people out there, they are mimicking their significant other.
Yes.
Or they portray themselves in the benefit of the other person.
Yes.
But they're not truly who they are.
I do. I'm kind of like a chameleon. And when I'm dating someone,
you are. Yes, I totally agree. She
to,
loses her persona. She really does lose her persona. Yep.
And I feel like my relationships, like my boyfriends, are an extension of my personality. So if I'm really into like, if I'm really into like hip hop and like living the thug life, like I want to date a thug. I want that experience in that world. Whereas like,
but do you really feel that that's what you're deciding, or do you feel like you're dating that guy and now you're becoming that?
I feel like I'm dating that guy because I want to explore more into that world.
Okay.
So
you wanted the bad boy. You got a bad boy.
Yes, I dated.
So did you become the bad girl?
I tried.
Did you let him? But it wasn't you, right? You're going against who you are.
But you know what? I made some great memories. Like,
but you know what? That's okay. But that's okay to do that. I think a lot of people need to understand that the second you get into a relationship, and this may be really sad to say it, but every relationship is going to end.
Yes.
Every relationship is going to end. If you're married to somebody and you're married to them for 50 years, right? Yeah. Somebody's going to die. And it's going to end. I hate to say that. Hey, it's blunt and it's blatant out there, right? It's going to happen. So embrace the moment, and for whatever happened, and move on to the next relationship.
Yes. Dragging out a breakup.
No, it's the worst thing you do. And the worst,
it's not good for you. It's not good for them. It's just
because you know what's the next thing you do? You end up having animosity.
Yes.
You end up resenting the other person.
Exactly. Instead of looking back at the relationship for like what it was, the good things, the good qualities.
Exactly. Make good memories and leave out on a high note. Yeah. The second you see shit is starting to go wrong, dip. Go on to the next. Like honestly,
so cold.
I honestly I don't believe in marriage anymore. Not in this day and age. I feel like, embrace the memories, build those memories and those moments, and then move on to the next person. Because you know what, as an individual, we're always growing. Right? That's what we do.
Yeah.
So they I don't know how long they've been together, but let's say they even high school sweethearts.
Yeah.
They're a different person at 24.
That's true.
That's very true. They're definitely going to be a different person at 30. So then why not understand that and say, hey, you know what? Maybe we're just not there anymore.
Yeah.
And thank you for the memories, like the song, thanks for the memories, and dip. Get out of there. Roll out. All right, so the next topic. We're going on to the next one. My girlfriend wants a break. I wasn't sure. And now she won't acknowledge me when I say I want to figure out some ground rules for this break.
Ooh, I feel like he's too little too late. Like,
he is
supposed to say that before you get to the break.
No, but let me tell you what's going on. And now I'm speaking to the fella right here. I'm speaking to the brothers out here. Fellas, if your girl's trying to tell you she wants a break, I'm going to tell you right now she already has somebody on deck.
That's not true.
It is so true.
That's not true.
It's so true. She has, look, women have orbiters. We know this. You have them on Facebook. You have them on Instagram. You have the guy that you know you're going to call. No, but you got the power of the nana.
Okay.
Right? We can't deny that. And we know that there's a lot of thirsty guys out there. A lot of thirsty guys.
God, there are, yes.
And see, you agreed with me on that one. You agreed on that one.
I can't even say like I'm a 10, but like I'm a strong 8.
No, but in this day and age, you're a 22.
Oh my God. In
this day and age,
like I could walk out the house looking rough as hell.
You can, and you're gonna have 10 guys lined up.
Like,
so if she's talking about, look, if your girl ever tells you she wants a break, she already has a plan.
I think
she's strategizing. She already knows what she wants.
It's because she's unsure. She's having those doubts, and instead of like just having the confidence to say, "Hey, it's time to walk away from this relationship," she wants to keep it open ended. So that if she tries something else and it doesn't work, she can still go back and be like, "Hey, I miss you, babe."
And do you really, fellas, you want that?
No.
And I'll tell you one thing. I agree with one thing with you. She's unsure about him.
Okay.
Like she's ready to go on to the next one because you're lacking.
Yeah.
He's lacking.
Yes.
And honestly, that's a reflection in the mirror, bro. Like look at yourself and be like, look, she wants a break because there's something in you that you're just not bringing it. And it's okay to say that and let her go and move on to the next one. Simple as that. That's the way I see it. If she wants a break, let her go. And if she comes back to you, be like, nah, you wanted a break. Like, no, I'm not gonna be your backup. I'm not gonna be your backup.
I don't recommend like jumping in and out of a relationship like the same person. You know, like a lot of people they do like the yo-yo, and it's like, oh, we date for a little bit and we're on again, off again. Like,
you know why they do
don't
that?
think that's healthy.
You know why they do that? Because they go out there, right, to have that bad boy, the little fun, and then they go back to their safety blanket and say, oh, make me feel better because he didn't. He dropped me. He didn't want me. You know, I was just a little toy. Yeah. And now hold me at night and make me feel better.
No.
And is this what this guy wants? Come on, you want to be a safety blanket?
I mean, you could be the safety
blanket. Pacifier?
That's a good thing, you know?
Nah. See, are you listening to this? Fellas, I'm sorry. I would rather be, the guy who she's going to next. Because that this guy's getting the validation sex with the last dude. This guy right here, he's gonna get validation, not validation sex, but he's gonna get transactional sex. She's gonna come back and she'll be like, "What can you do for me?" And that's where I give you the attention.
I don't agree. So I think if they would have worked out the ground rules before the break, break can be healthy. A break can really open your eyes and be like, wow, like this really is where I
You know what a break is? A break is going back to the last topic. The red flags are there. It's time to move on. That's all it is. That's all it is. And unless this guy wants to be her little orbiter, her little plaything that she can go back to, not a plaything in a good way. You're her safety blanket.
Yeah.
Unless you want to be that guy who's going to be dishing out money, hearing her bitch and complain. You know what he's going to be? He's going to be an emotional tampon. That's exactly what he's going to be. An emotional tampon. He's going to be an emotional tampon. She's just going to come crying about what Chad did to her as opposed to, him going out there and finding a new girl.
Man. I don't know what this girl's name is, but please don't do that to that man. That's not cool. Don't use him as a tampon.
Yeah. Oh, you talking to her? Like, don't do that?
Don't do that.
Look, I get what she's doing. That's biological programming. She's looking for her best option. Yeah. And she's probably young. And she's like, look, you're not pulling your weight, and I'm going to see if I can get somebody better. Yeah. And you know what? That's what keeps the human race alive.
You know what this...
So you can't deny it.
Is really, like, making me think about, like... Sometimes when you're with somebody, you fall for their potential. Right. And you have to realize that not everybody lives up to their full potential.
But you gotta look, when you date, you gotta understand that everybody's trying to put their best foot forward, but they're not putting themselves. So when you go and you present yourself, you're always trying to be like, oh, look at me. Like trying to dance and show, do an act. Almost like an act. It's almost like lying. Like you're really lying in the beginning of a relationship. Yeah. To try to get to win that person over. And then eventually, a year or two, the true person, that's who you see and you're like, wow, you've changed. No, this is who I was. I dropped the act. The makeup came off, It's like, wow, you're a whole different person.
Like, what do you mean? Like, what about when you're in a relationship and you're just like, wow, like, I feel like I can be myself around you.
In the beginning? You don't think that's like lust? Like there's that puppy love.
I do believe in lust, and it's an awesome, invigorating feeling.
It is, and that's why a lot of people like to jump in and out of relationships because they like that whole beginning phase. Yeah, and that's okay if that's what you want. Just be honest with somebody.
Be honest with that person. Right. Be honest with yourself.
And this goes to both ladies and the gents out there. Just be honest. Stop playing these games and these manipulation tactics where you're trying to be fake, and that's not who you are. Because eventually. We all see who you are eventually. I'm going to roll over one day and be like, who the hell is this person? Like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You bamboozled me. Wait a minute. All right. So you did this one?
Yes.
All right. So we're on the next topic. All right.
Is it normal for my boyfriend to be attracted and even have crushes on other girls?
Oh. I'm gonna let you go with this one.
Oh, you're gonna let me go?
Yeah, because this is a girl. This is a lady, right? Okay. A lady who is asking straight up. So maybe she's asking you. So let you go first.
I think that it is perfectly normal for us to be attracted to the opposite sex, and it doesn't take away from our relationships. You know, I feel like I've had crushes outside of my relationships, and I mean, I don't want to know about your crushes outside of our relationship, but in my mind, like, it's perfectly healthy for you to have a crush, or, you know, be like, wow, she's just so hot, like, you know, like, you may take a second glance. Like, there are some hot ladies out there, you know?
Oh, yeah. I agree with that one.
I think that there's a fine
Especially
line,
in the summer.
though.
Ooh,
you know?
God.
Like, if he starts like, reaching out, or you start realizing, like, he's just liking too many of those photos, I don't like that shit.
Well,
that shit off.
well, here we go. First, you mentioned a lot. So let me step back, and let me tell you one thing. I agree with you, and I'll take it one step further.
Okay.
I would say, fellas, if you don't have that stank on you, you're doing it wrong. And what I mean by the stank, what I mean by the stank is
upper
that
lip?
no, not the upper lip. Now you gotta brush your teeth, gents. You gotta make sure you get your hygiene going, and you know you gotta take care of yourself. You know, good fresh haircut, brush them teeth.
Yeah.
Put a little cologne. I don't mean that stank. I mean the stank of that he has options. Because as much as they wanna sit here and tell you that they don't wanna feel threatened, women love it when a man has options. Because women, well, you can deny it all you want, but women love competition.
I mean, I definitely want you to be confident. You know, I want my man to know that he looks good, and I want him to know that I'm attracted to him. So
you don't think that
I want him to know that other women are attracted to him. But
right, that's my thing. So you don't think that if your man didn't have options, right? He didn't have, you know, he has no game. He has no women, you know, women are not looking at him. You know, he can't go up and pull somebody. You don't think that you're going to be looking at him like, damn. You're not looking at him as DNA material. You're looking at him as, how can I play him?
Yo, you're not a cat.
Yeah, you're going to look at him like, how can I play this guy?
That's so heartless.
Is it?
I've never looked at a guy like that before.
Yes, you have.
No,
I know your orbiters. You can't tell me. What? I'm your brother. I know your orbiters. I'll keep your secrets out the air. No, I won't. No, but I mean, seriously though, like, guys, you gotta keep your A game, and you gotta be, you know, sharp. You gotta, you know, work out. You know, you gotta have your style. You know, you have to, you know, groom. You know, you gotta be that man. You gotta keep that, you know, picture that she's looking for.
Now, fellas, be careful with this one. All right, so don't just like shave and get all dressed up when you're going out with your homies. Like, you gotta do it for your girl too. You gotta do that for your woman, because she needs to feel like you're not doing it just for the attention. It has to be like, this is just you. This is your swag. You know, like, you care about your appearance. You care about you know, how you smell, you care about your hygiene. It just has to be you.
And I'll tell you one thing.
Because if I'm sitting here and I'm feeling like, wow, like, you really get dressed up whenever you go out without me, but when we go out together, you just throw on some sweats. Like,
I'll tell you one thing. This is a cheat code 101, gents. Listen up clearly. If you take your shorty out and you dress up sharp, and there's other shorties looking at you, I guaranteed you're gonna have a good night. I'm telling you. Because it's the same thing. It's the same chemical reaction, that same thing in their heads, that when a girl walks into a place and she got that new bag, 3 other ones go and get that bag. Because they always,
I like that.
Because they always want what the other girl has. So if you walk into a spot and she catches like another girl, especially if she thinks that the other girl's attractive, more attractive than her. So this is her competition. This is her competition.
Yes.
And she's
like, we walk in the spot and you gotta believe, like, I'm looking around these ladies first.
Right.
Like, who's in
Right, exactly. And trust, fellas, we don't pick up any signals. We're dumb as I'm a censor myself. We do not. They have like a sixth sense when it comes to this. Like, they walk in and they, like, it's almost like radar. And when they scan the place and they see what they perceive as a more attractive woman checking you out, it's a done deal. She's gonna take you back to the house, and you already know.
I gotta validate. I gotta make sure you know, like,
validate,
you're fine, motherfucker. You're
validate. So you know what you're gonna end up getting that night? Validation sex. Okay. And we're gonna talk about that eventually. Transactional. Okay. You know the difference between transactional sex
I've never heard this before.
And validational sex. You know what transactional sex?
Yeah.
That's straight. You know, prostitute. Give me money, and I'll give you nookie. You know that.
Yeah.
And a lot of women do that in relationships. And then validational sex is what you just said. When I feel validated, I need the attention from my man. And that's a whole different world. Fellas, if you're not getting that, you're doing something wrong.
Okay.
And if you're not getting that from your relationship, you need to dip. You need to get out. So I'm just letting you know.
I want to see your comments.
Yes.
Please like,
comments,
subscribe,
like, subscribe. You know, hit the little bell so you know when we come online. And then we're gonna try to do more of these shows. I know we've been slacking. We're trying to understand, you know, where we want to go with the show. But eventually, you know, the big goal is that instead of doing Reddit, we want you guys actually calling in.
Yes.
Because I want to hear some of your crazy stories.
Yes, let's interact.
Yes. Look, like I always said, if you guys want to call in and say we're full of shit, I'm going to debate you. I really am. I'm going to call you out. I'm going to be like, wait, what do you mean? What do you what? What?
I want a soundboard by then, so I can just like push buttons.
Oh yeah, we're definitely getting some soundboards. Oh my God, we're definitely getting a soundboard.
Like just now that radar, we need that on the soundboard.
Yeah, that's exactly. You know, exactly. Cause I'll be like, you know, you walk into the spot and she's doing this. You know, when you come home late and she wants to look at your phone, she's looking at your phone like this. I could keep going on that with it. All right, so what's our next topic?
I left my phone unlocked last night. I did that shit on purpose.
Oh, I love that song. Oh, that's my joint.
All right, let's jump back into it. Mm-hmm. So, my 25-year-old male.
So him. He's a
25-year-old male. I have a new girlfriend, 26. She's a little older than me. Mm-hmm. She kissed her ex while they were together with a bunch of high school friends out of state. Whew.
Oh,
this is early in the relationship too. It's only a month in.
No. You know what this is? I know what this is, and I'm gonna call you out, and you're gonna get mad. Fellas, listen. If your girl ever says she wants to hang out with her male friends, she wants to have girls' night out or girls' trip, you know what that is.
What is that? Let me hear what your side of
that's
this
a sex trip.
Bullshit.
Simple as that. Straight up. Straight up. Somebody is getting knocked on that trip.
That's not true.
I can't guarantee that shit.
Oh
Guarantee it.
Yo, me and 4 ladies, we went to Jamaica for 5 beautiful days, and it was just about us. Now, don't get me wrong, guys were in our face.
I guarantee two of them. I'm guaranteeing 2 of them
they were trying
did
to
something.
Get it.
2 of them did something.
No, we didn't.
And
we
look, fellas, they are a cult. They stick together, and they will die with those secrets. They will die with those secrets.
That's true. Oh my God, ladies, please.
They will know. Look, these ladies, I'm telling you, they get into that group. They know all of it. They know all the stories. They know, oh, you got a husband. And they'll be out there, and she's wilding out. They won't control. They won't taste anything. They'll be like, "Yo, girl, you do you."
Lying.
And they're gonna keep those secrets when they get back. They're gonna keep those secrets. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. So my thing is, I'm not mad at the girl. I'm really not. She's gonna do what she's gonna do.
Okay.
She's testing the water. She's trying to find options.
Yeah.
I'm mad at my dude who let her go on this.
What do you mean, let her go on this?
Yo, you put ground rules. You start that relationship, you say, look, and you lay down the ground rules.
So a month in, first off, if you're a month in and she's already like straying, obviously this isn't going anywhere.
I guarantee that month in, there were little things that she tested the waters to see how far she could test his boundary.
I don't think so.
To see,
it's only been a month.
Is this guy, straight up dude?
No, he was.
Or is this guy a punk?
I feel like this guy.
This guy's a punk. I'm sorry, he's a punk.
Rebound. She was like, "Oh, I'm ready to move on," but she wasn't really ready to move on, and she still tested her options, looking for who she's gonna end up with.
She was drunk. Oh, that's another thing. This is the thing that gets me upset. How come ladies can do whatever they want to do when they're drunk and say, "Oh, but I was drunk," but when the fella's drunk, they're like, "Oh, I didn't consent to this. Oh, this could be rape." Why is men held accountable for their actions when they're drunk and women are not?
That's a good question.
It is. Because that's her excuse right here. I mean, you can see it. It says, she says she was drunk. So that's, I didn't know what I was doing. I was just having fun. I'm drunk.
I don't know.
But when guys do it, guys, held accountable. Why? Actually, that should be that's like the going theme. Why are men always held accountable and women are not?
That's not not true. You're going off topic. You're
That's
still
not
here
all right.
ranting, talk some
gonna,
shit. You're in your
no,
own
we're gonna
world.
see this, fellas.
really
You're gonna
back
see.
in.
You're gonna
Go
see
real
as
back
the
in.
show progressive. There's gonna be a theme, and I'm gonna keep bringing it up. I'm gonna be like, look at the theme. We're held accountable,
Oh my
and
God.
they're not.
Boo-hoo.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm gonna leave it at that. We're gonna agree to disagree.
Okay.
So, what do you think should happen in this?
I think they should break up.
Okay.
I think they should break up. You know, if she's not serious about having a relationship with this man, like, he shouldn't be investing his time and emotions into it. Like, he's just gonna end up hurt.
Yes.
I think this one, in this instance, is just, it's not gonna work out.
Mm-hmm.
As far as, like, you letting your significant other go away and having their time, like, it's about trust. If you can't trust that person, then you're not in the correct relationship. There's something wrong. There's a red flag. She clearly
Trust
showed
is a
right here
manipulation
that there's no
word.
trust in this.
Trust is a manipulation word.
Bullshit.
And I'm going to tell you right now, it's definitely a manipulation word. Fellas, I'm sorry. They like to play mind games.
He's
And they
scorned.
like to test the waters. And unless you show that you're that type of dude that's not going to get played, and it's okay for you to say, like, look, I'm not telling you can't go to this, but I tell you what, I'm not going to be here when you get back. I'm not telling you can't go, but I'm not going to be here. Is there anything wrong with that? He's manning up.
Okay, all right. So let's look at this situation. They've been dating about a month.
Right.
And so she went back home to, like, a wedding with, like, high school friends. You know, maybe she RSVP'd to this, like, 2-3 months ago. And she didn't say, like, hey, I'm bringing this new guy who I just started dating. Like, he wasn't invited. He wasn't supposed to be at this event. Now, if she wasn't trustworthy enough to go to this event, hang out with old friends, and come back and say, like, you know, I'm committed to their relationship, it's because she's not fully in this
I
relationship.
guarantee if this story was flipped the other way around and it was the guy who did it, everybody would be attacking him. Be like, he knew better. Drunk is not an excuse. Like, hey, how could you let him go on this guy's trip? Because they say that. I see it all the time. Guy's trip.
That's not true.
You know what that is. Strippers, drugs, fast cars.
I think you watch too many movies.
No, I see it on Reddit
do.
all the
You watch
time.
too many movies.
They even got a
Come on.
checklist of what they can and cannot do. And I'm like, fellas, you are a man. Why are you letting women tell you what to do? Man up.
It's not about manning.
Show them. No, it is.
It's
Show
showing
them.
respect. It's
No,
showing respect for the person
respect
that
for
you're
yourself.
choosing
You gotta
to
have
do it.
respect for yourself. Men, have respect for yourself and let them know, like, look, I'm not gonna play with games. I'm not gonna play games. My time is valuable. I value my time, right? And if you value me, you're not gonna do this. And if you want to do this, that's fine. I'm out.
Oh, man.
And you let you set up your boundaries. There's nothing wrong with setting up your boundaries and stand to your boundaries, because you know what? That's your integrity, that's your honor, and that's you. That's what you want to do.
Okay.
And as a man, don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Let them tell you it's toxic. I don't give. I really don't. I don't. I like being toxic, because you know what? I guarantee that some ladies listen like, oh damn. Oh, I wish my man talked to me like that. Oh my God. Ooh, man.
Fellas, don't do
I guarantee there's some ladies listening right now. Oh, ladies, if you feeling this, if you're like, damn, I really do wish my man, I do kind of punk my man. If he talked to me like this, like, come on.
All right, so I feel like this brings us right into the next one.
Okay.
How should I feel about my wife going out with her male friends?
That's what I said. There's no such thing as male friends. That's male options. And as much as you want to say no, those are potentials. Those are orbiters. Guys, you don't understand. It is so easy for a woman this day and age. Instagram, Facebook. I mean, it used to be where it was just in your town. This is global, all the attention that they're getting. You think that male friend, I'm guaranteed that some of her male friends, she's been intimate with
I've
him.
heard this, that like a guy is only like a friend with a girl if he wants her, he's attracted to her.
It's the same thing with women.
But I've had male friends, and like they've known that, like, hey, like that's not an option. Like you and I, we're never gonna.
You're gonna
be.
tell me, all right? So let's just say that she has 5 male friends.
Okay.
Right, because it's plural and we don't know the number. Let's just say 5. And I don't want to read the story. This is like too damn long. I got freaking ADD. Let's keep going with this. But let's say she has like 5 friends. You gonna tell me as a man you don't know that 4 out of those guys want to hit it? And they're friends. They're friends, and I'm doing air quotes. Air quotes. You can't see me, but I'm doing the air quotes. Friends.
So this is sticky. So
like, are guys who they're on the bench waiting, and in hopes that they can hit that. So when you know that sexual tension is there, which is what it is, it's sexual tension, why are you gonna play with fire?
I see.
And then it's all in the guise of friends. But
I see where you're coming from. But how about if these friends are friends that like you can hang out with together? You know, like they come to the family barbecues, they're hanging out with you when you guys go out to dinner dates and stuff.
I mean, if you could do that, but if she's hanging out with Bobby and you're over here in the house playing PlayStation, there's something wrong.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Bobby's on deck.
I don't like that situation.
Bobby's on deck, and I guarantee that Bobby will not hesitate to smash. Yeah. He's not. If she gives him the option, they're gonna hit it, and that's what I'm saying. The guy who wrote this article knows it. She knows it. And her male friends knows it. So if all 3 of us are in agreement what this is, why can't we call it for what it is? Why are we going to hide behind the guise of friends?
I don't know. It's a sticky situation. I feel like we can be friends with the opposite sex.
See, they don't ever want to be held accountable. They don't.
No, I really do feel like I understand where you're coming from. Like, hey, like if this isn't somebody that you feel comfortable hanging out with together with your significant other, then it's not somebody you should be comfortable hanging out with without your significant
But you see,
other.
but that's even worse. I feel that's even worse because I know that I've heard stories where they were literally, hanging out all the time.
Yeah.
And then that was the guy that she slept with and cheated on him with. Because you know what? There's always the DM.
Yeah.
There's always that Facebook. There's always that Snapchat. There's always ways to hit, send the announcement. And I'm not saying, look, I'm not saying that she needs to be locked down and not talk to people. Because I guarantee if she's working, there's a colleague at work that she's talking to.
Yeah.
That's a potential.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
You flirt all day long.
You're always looking at all the male options to see, and I get it. It's biological. You're looking for the best option out there. Who's going to give you the best resources? Who's going to give you the best DNA? I get it. I completely get it. But they got to understand it. Fellas, you got to understand that. You got to understand that you got to let her know, like, look, I'm not going to play around with that. I'm not going to play around with male friends. No.
All right. So real quick, just as a disclaimer, my work hubby, he has a boyfriend. I'm just throwing it out
he's
there.
Gay.
Okay.
He's gay.
All right, babe.
Okay.
He's got a boyfriend.
Oh, look, she's back. She's backtracking. She's backtracking. No, she admitted a little too much. Fellas,
right,
I'm telling you,
this is
look.
So tell me this. So what if it's the opposite way? What if your boyfriend has female friends or a female friend that they've been friends for years and they still hang out?
That's a good question. And honestly, I will tell you one thing. It's actually healthier that way because it goes back to what we were talking about before, right? It's going to keep that competition between the 2 ladies, though it's not, they may not talk about it. They may be okay, but that competition is going to be healthy there.
Yeah.
And who controls sex? Is it the man or the woman?
The woman.
Exactly. So if she doesn't give it up, right? Then it's just going to be a friendship. Because maybe he is just an orbiter for her. Maybe he just comes around and paints whenever she needs to be something painted. And he was like a high school best friend that she knew that, one, he's not the kind of guy that I want to make babies with.
Right.
Right? That instinct that it wasn't there. Like there was no fire there to say, ooh, I want to make babies with this guy. It wasn't there. But it was like, oh, he's nice to me. I'm going to use him. And you can't sit here and not tell me that women don't use men on a constant, regular basis. They do. They do. When you want something moved, who you calling? When you need a tire change, who you calling? When you're running low on funds, who you calling?
Mom.
Yes, mom does. Mom will always, if you don't even ask mom, and she will give you that 20. Yeah, she does.
I'm going to go write you a check, sweetheart.
Yeah, she does. She does. But I'm just saying, like, women know which men they can use.
So let me understand this. So if it's a guy with a girl, all right, a guy with a female friend is fine. But a girl with male friends is not fine.
No, because who's the gatekeeper of sex?
The female.
Exactly. So at any minute, she can go and say, hey, I like what you're doing over here. You're a better option for me. Do you get what I'm saying?
Why can't it be that same dynamic? So this guy who has a female friend, what if that female friend has a boyfriend?
All right, you confuse me. Say it again. So,
all right. This male has female friend A.
Yes.
Female friend A
Yes.
has a boyfriend.
Okay.
So female friend A's boyfriend doesn't like the relationship, but the male's girlfriend should be okay with the relationship of the friends?
You lost me again. I think we should just let this one go because I feel like we're just complicating it. You know what? That would be a great topic for a soap opera. I feel like we should just. Why can't we be friends? I don't know why you can't be friends.
I think that's already out there though. Somebody already did that.
Is it? You think so?
Yeah.
You gotta look it up because you start googling it. Google it. No, but seriously, I mean, to go back to summarize it all, women are the gatekeeper of sex, and men are the gatekeeper of relationships. So if she's threatened by the friendship, I guess that potentially could be a relationship that develops more than what their relationship is. Okay, I can kind of see that because that's dynamic, right? So if you feel that he is putting more effort into that relationship with his friend as opposed to his girlfriend, then yeah, okay, I could see where she can get a little, threatened by that.
Right.
Because once again, who's the gatekeeper of what? But male friends, you definitely know that they just want to hit it. And they're being nice and they're doing friendly things in hopes of hitting it. They want to smash. And she has the keys to that and she's dangling the keys.
So this guy who has a female friend, he wants to smash that female friend, and she's just like, nah, you're like in the friend zone?
Yeah, most times, yeah. 9 times out of 10, yeah. And he's her orbiter. Yeah.
No, I don't see it.
Then prove me wrong.
I don't know.
And you know what? Hey, if you're listening, leave some comments and let's debate this. Let's bring this up later. Let's talk about it because you know what? That's how I feel.
Okay.
I feel 9 times out of 10, men and women shouldn't be friends. I don't think so. I think that's not what we're programmed for. I mean, we're not programmed for that. And if we're friends, I think it's because there's something else there.
Okay.
And you know that. You have your male friends that you're keeping them there, and because they came up to you, they'll send you flowers, they'll send you chocolate, they send you the hints, but they can't man up and tell you, yo, I'm feeling you. Are we going to do something or not?
Yeah, but I'm not talking about that kind of friendship. I'm not talking about like, hey, like.
Is it though? See, that's the thing. You're not going to acknowledge that that's what they're looking for. And you're going to keep it at that one step before that because he's not willing to, take it to that next step. He's scared.
Yeah, I think a guy and a girl can absolutely be friends. No. And there's not chemistry there where it's like, ooh, let's make a baby.
Biology.
As you so put it.
Biology.
No.
If they were the last 2 people, they're getting it on. Friendship is out the door.
I mean, that's a little extreme.
If there was no other options, they're getting it on.
I don't think so.
Yes.
I don't think so.
If you're on a stranded island, you're getting it on. It's happening. You're going to get rescued and there's going to be 5 babies. Simple as that.
God damn. How long are they going to be stranded there? 5 babies.
About 6 years, They couldn't find them. It was like in the Bermuda Triangle or something like that. They're out there, How long did freaking Tom Hanks was on that island with Wilson?
He was out there for a while. He had a whole beard.
Yeah, he was out there with Wilson. And I guarantee that if he was out there with his best female friend, there would have been babies. Because there's no other options. There's no other competition.
Gosh. All right, guys.
We're going to leave it how it is.
Thank you so much for tuning in. I had a blast. I'm glad you guys did tune in. Leave some comments, subscribe.
I'm ready to go another round. Let's go. I'm all hyped. Let's go. Let's do another round. All right, guys. Have a good night.